Hello guys, welcome back to a brand new video. It is Christmas. Merry Christmas everybody. Happy holidays. It is the pinnacle of the holiday season. It is Christmas, and I thought that rather than doing a serious video like normal, I'd do a little funny video where we do an election prediction for Donald Trump, the incumbent president, versus Santa Claus if Santa Claus were to run for president. Now, I think Donald Trump would ask for Santa Claus' birth certificate and say that Santa Claus was not born in America and say that he was born in the North Pole or Kenya, and therefore he's not allowed to run for president. But regardless, we're going to do an election prediction for if Santa Claus ran against Donald Trump. So we're going to start off by filling off all of these states, safe states, that I think will blindly vote against Donald Trump, regardless of who the candidate is. But obviously, the candidate is Santa. So you'd have some more states that would vote uh, by a safe margin to the president. We're going to get all of these states here. Vote by a safe margin for Santa Claus. I also think that Utah would vote by a safe margin for Santa Claus because of the fact that Utah is one of the most religious states in the country, and it has a lot of evangelical Christians and all that, so I think that they would love a religious leader to lead the country. I also think that Virginia would be by a safe margin. So this puts the Democrats at 200 safe electoral votes. I believe that Santa would run on the Democratic side because he wouldn't want to give free gifts to everybody and a bunch of free stuff, just like some of the Democrats want to do. So I think that he would run on the Democratic side versus Donald Trump on the Republican side. So Santa Claus would have 207 safe electoral votes. And then we're going to fill in the states that I think will blindly vote for Donald Trump, regardless of who the candidate running against him is. Even though a lot of these states have a large Christian population, I believe that they would vote by a safe margin to the president no matter what. This would put Donald Trump at 119 safe electoral votes to Santa's 207 safe electoral votes. So now let's start off by filling the lean, likely, and tilt states. I think that Nevada will go by likely, Colorado will go by lean, Arizona will go by lean, and New Mexico will go by likely. So to start off with these states, I think these states, obviously Arizona's been trending blue, Colorado's been trending blue, New Mexico's been trending blue, Nevada has been staying blue for a while now. I think that if Santa Claus was the nominee, he could just say that he's going to give free stuff to everybody. Then he would get a lot of votes from that. And the president isn't too popular here, so they would like to see a fresh new face on the scene. And so they would vote overwhelmingly for Santa for that. Arizona would be the third flip of the night. After Iowa would be a safe flip, and Utah would be a safe flip. Then we're going to go down here. I think that Texas will be a lean state to Santa Claus. It has a large Christian population there. I think that the state's been trending blue, so they would want to vote again for a fresh new face like Santa Claus to lead their country for 4 years and give them free gifts. Now going down here to Florida, I think Florida would be by a likely margin. You've got a lot of Latinos there who are very Christian and would want to see an old white man like Santa running the country. Then here, I think that the black people in Georgia will turn out enough, almost all in favor of Santa, their Christian leader, for Christianity and for Christmas and everything. They'd be in the holiday spirit, even if it's November. And enough white people would turn out to flip the state Georgia to the blue column by a likely margin. I think that North Carolina would flip, along with Georgia and Florida. Many flips tonight. Santa Claus is already at 336 electoral votes. He has won the election on a landslide already. We haven't even gotten to these states. But yes, he will win North Carolina by a lean margin. Then we are going to go over here to all of these Rust Belt states. But first, we're going to go over here. Maine's first district will be safe. Maine at large will be safe. And Maine's second district will be lean. Maine is always the first place to get gifts from Santa because he comes around the world like this, and so Santa is really popular in the area here. So you would be able to harvest enough votes. That's the same story with New Hampshire. I think New Hampshire would be by a likely margin, due to the fact that they get gifts from Santa first, and they get the best gifts always. So they would vote by Santa by an overwhelming margin. Now we're going to go over to the Rust Belt states here. I think in Minnesota would be lean. I've said before, Minnesota likes weird candidates, but they elected people like Ilhan Omar, so I don't think that they would elect somebody like Santa because they're against that kind of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But they would still vote for Santa Claus, but by a lean margin. Now, if we go over to the rest of the states here, Wisconsin would be likely, Michigan would be likely, Ohio would be likely, and Pennsylvania would be likely. I think that Santa would be able to deliver them a lot of new parts for their manufacturing jobs and machines and trucks as Christmas gifts, because you know Christmas isn't too far after the election season. You've got Thanksgiving, then you've got the Christmas right after the election, and Santa would be able to deliver gifts to all these people in the rest of the states that are needing it most right now. I'll put in Nebraska's second history as a save for Santa Claus. So Santa Claus would win all these states by a huge margin. And in total, this puts Santa Claus at 419 electoral votes to Donald Trump's 119. Donald Trump did not win any states at all, except for the states that he won by a safe margin. All the other states went against him heavily. And that is why Donald Trump would lose the election to Santa Claus, and Santa Claus would become the 46th president of the United States. Now, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Obviously, I was just kidding about all of this. Santa's not actually going to run for president, although that would be pretty cool. And all the jokes I made were obviously jokes. They're just what I would see happening if this election were to actually happen. And so I thought this would be a fun video to do on Christmas to get into the holiday spirit for this election. So I hope you all enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and we'll see you all tomorrow with a brand new video.